Opened in 2001, it lies on the same site and retains the name of the city's beloved former stadium. We're here at Empower Field at Mile High in Denver. To kick off, here's Will Lutz. And here we go at Mile High. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. The give to Pacheco to start the drive. He gets it forward for a gain of 3. Talanoa Hufanga there to make the play. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
A 2nd down run by Pacheco. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I think with that call, they were trying to set him up with a short 3rd down run, but he said, nope, not on my watch. I'll just go get it all right here. Now, playbook's wide open for 1st and 10.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And they're going to get him down just shy of midfield. Still a nice gain, though, up to the 49. Good rip on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Finds his man, Rice. And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that 1st down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. Running out of the gun with Pacheco. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. He's got his man. That's Travis Kelce. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Throwing on 1st down, Mahomes. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and clear. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do, getting home at that sack.
Another try following the sack. Out left, Worthy makes the ground. And they get this down to the 28.
I'll tell you this, you don't want to make a living throwing into double coverage, but double coverage and still finding a way to beat the defense and haul it in. That's not a situation many players win, and a lot of quarterbacks willing to make that throw and trust their receiver to get it done.
Fights off a tackle, but he lost the ball. He left the ball behind. Oh, but look at this. He gets it back. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st.
You know what? Everybody on the field is going to make mistakes. The key is to clean that up as quickly as he can. Ball carrier loses possession, but he doesn't panic and lose composure. Instead, well, he hops on the ball and he saves the day. That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Buying some time right. Toward the side of the end zone, but that one's incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
Defensive coaches in the NFL say it all the time. Limit the big play. Keep these guys in front of you. Well, this defense is going to have to stay vigilant because this receiver, he could take the lid off a defense at any time.
Into the end zone, but someone's able to knock it away. That's incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. And now they're staring at 4th and long.
You know, I don't fault that look at all, Kate, downfield. It was just an excellent defensive play to deny him the ball and knock it away. That is good on good.
3rd down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. They'll go. It's Mahomes. And on 4th down, that one won't work. It's incomplete. And a surprising 4th down call does not yield a first. This doesn't get there. It's a turnover on downs.
I think this defense was resigned to giving up 3 points on the opening series. Instead, well, they got the chance to deny them anything. And boy, did they ever attack it.
On 1st down, they'll run. And he's brought down for a loss.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This offense may want to try and disguise their run a little bit. I don't know if it's the O-lineman's stance. I don't know if it's a cadence. I don't know what it is, but after 2 straight plays going backwards, this defense is all over.
First time this game they've looked to him. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long. A quick 3 plays, Brock, and we have arrived at 4th down just like that as he comes through with some contact to break up what looked like a catch.
Hey, guess what, Kate? These guys aren't getting paid by the down defensively. They want to get themselves off the field in as few snaps as possible, and there was no way they were letting this drive extend beyond a 3 and out.
Got every single bit of that one, didn't he? Over 70 yards on the punt. And the Chiefs will get set to go on offense. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. And he has him a small chunk of yards up to the 42. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Hauled in by Worthy. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Pacheco gets it from the gun. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. In on the tackle was Jonathan Cooper. Just 1 yard. Could have used considerably more. That's going to bring up 3rd and very long. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Looking for Travis Kelce that time. And that brings up 4th and long. Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. Big kick on that one, 62 yards. And the Broncos get set to take over. They'll run here on 1st down. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
You know how we hear about teams and quarterbacks avoid targeting a stud cornerback, just throwing away from him? Or maybe they should avoid running it anywhere near this guy. He's having no issue stopping these plays cold.
Motioning the tight end now. Out of the gun, it's Nix. This is hauled in by Ingram. He's going to go out of bounds up past the 15.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on the throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
So now here's 3rd and 5. Here's Nix to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. We've arrived at the end of... We're back, and it is Broncos football as we resume. They've got a first to begin the frame. That's into the hands of Franklin. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
They'll throw again. Nix buys time, rolling right. He finds his running back on a deep shot. Nicely done. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. 35 on the pickup. And the Broncos will have a 1st down. So the big play has him well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30. Throwing on 1st down, Nix. Oh, not like this. An interception ends that drive. Leo Chanel makes the play. And the Chiefs get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season.
That's so cool. He really did it all for him, didn't he? First, he forced the turnover, and then he set them up in a better spot with a really nice return. Yeah, he had designs on doing the scoring for him, too. One more move, and he might have broken it for 6.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. And they send a man in motion. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Chased out to his right. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down.
He did exactly what he was supposed to do on that play. Felt the pressure and escapes the pocket. After that, it's on somebody downfield to get open and give him a target. No one did. And he simply has to get rid of it.
2nd and 10 now. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass. Travis Kelce, the intended target. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
Can't cover it much better than that really well-covered feed on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
3rd down, it's Mahomes. Flushed out of the pocket. No place to go, so he just threw it away.
Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, man, you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. That's exactly what the secondary did, and it forces the throwaway.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
See the pass, time up your hit, and jar that ball loose. Not a lot of players are hanging on through a well-placed hit like that one.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And this one does not go far. Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8. Nix from the gun. He has the first over the middle. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
Blast through midfield. And he has it down to the 26-yard line. Excellent pickup to move the chains. 36 yards in the end.
You know, it is so refreshing for these running backs when they have space to run. It's hard. There's so many collisions between the tackles. When they get on the edge and have green grass, well, the best of them take advantage of it.
On 1st and 10, here's Nix. Complete. It's Ingram. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Man, I love that effort, adding as much as possible to that catch while earning the 1st down. That's called yards after catch, and it's what coaches want from all their pass catchers on the roster.
Sending a receiver left. And he will score. It's a Denver touchdown. The Broncos get the game's first points here in the 2nd. It's a Troy Franklin touchdown. Lots there to tack on the extra point. And they add one on to their first touchdown of the contest. Here's Lutz set to kick this away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Running back sent in motion. Mahomes on 1st and 10. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Mahomes. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Looking for Travis Kelce that time. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. Looking to throw Mahomes. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. Looking for the back that time. So that brings up 4th and long. They bring on the punt team, and they get this kick away. Fielded at the 11. And he'll scrape together what he can on the return. He gets it back to the 20. The kicking team got downfield quickly there. He didn't manage much on the return. And it's going to be their football coming up. Nix with it on 1st. Dumped off to his running back. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Shotgun snap to Nix. Has him on the quick hitter. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Brought to a halt by Brian Cook.
Hey, Kate, you know this from covering the Seahawks, calling their preseason game. When Pete Carroll was there, if he said it once, he said it 100 times. Stay on top, stay on top, stay on top. You'll give up a short little out route like that, but just stay on top of the deep threat.
Here we go,
On third down, here's Nix. That throw's knocked away and incomplete. Fourth down coming up.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
Fields this at the 19. And they'll bring him down, but some nice damage done on that return. Found some space, got his team 21 on that run back. And they'll get ready to go on offense. All right, the Chiefs in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Taps it quick to the receiver coming across. Rolling into enemy territory. And he finally ends up out of bounds after a huge gain. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Yeah, when you got a game changer as a wide receiver, you want to get the ball in his hands any way you can. And I love that call. Right receiver.
And he barrels across for the touchdown. The Chiefs start to fight back with their first points of this game. Patrick Mahomes, the touchdown. Butker with the extra point. And the Chiefs tie this game 7-7. Butker on now to kick this one away. Return coming from the 6. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
That offensive line and that O-line coach got to look at those pictures and figure something out, because you cannot let a defensive tackle defeat your block at the point of attack, or you're going to get a negative run time after time.
That brings us to the 2-minute warning here at Mile High. The Broncos with a long ways to go for a score. All right, here we go. 2nd down.
Here we go.
Shotgun snap. They're going to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down.
Let's go.
Motioning him from the slot right. Here he is on 3rd and long. That's completed right side. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. What a play on 3rd and 13, and this drive will indeed continue.
Let's go now. 19 tight. 19 tight.
Throwing here, Nix. As a man, that's Cortland Sutton. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Excellent pickup to move the chains, 36 yards in the end.
I love this, Kate. No issues at all going to this receiver in the short field, because they know at any time when this man touches the ball, he can transform a short completion into a big play.
Hits his running back. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped. That's a gain of 13, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
I love throwing up 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And he pushes them a little closer to the 3. Timeout taken by Kansas City. It's 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Now Nix. That one's incomplete in the end zone.
Quarterbacks, well, they're a lot like sharpshooters in the NBA. Sometimes they're just going to miss. You got to shake it off and keep on firing.
They've held him out twice. Here we go. 3rd and goal. Here's Nix. Escapes the pocket. And he'll score. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos get some late points and the lead. It's a Bo Nix touchdown. Point after try is good by Lutz. And the Broncos break that tie and now lead by 7. Here's Lutz set to kick this away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. He's got a lane up past the 30. This return makes it up to the 37 as he's tackled. All right, the Chiefs in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Didn't get that one off in time. This is going to be a delay of game. A little slow to operate the offense, and they're going to back it up as a result of that penalty. They'll have to come up with 5 extra yards now after that 1st down flag. Here's Mahomes now. He lofts it deep left. They connect on the deep shot. Touchdown, Kansas City. Now, I know that's one of his favorite routes to run, Brock, but that has got to be one of a quarterback's favorite throws to make as well, right? Drop it in over the defender and take the lid off the D for 6.
Because it is so simple. It's something that these two have done and thrown together for years and years. Maybe not to each other, but since Pop Warner. They've been running the go route. Just run right by him, and if you're even, you're leaving, and I'm going to drop it right over the top.
Some good work on that return. Brock gets this up to the 33. And even 20 seconds left at their disposal on the final drive of this half. Out of the gun, it's Nix. Completed to his running back. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. We have a timeout called by the Broncos. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. To throw, here's Nix. He's got the hook up to Ingram. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. They're set up at the 35 now. Throwing on 1st down, Nix. Throwing deep towards the end zone. He's got it deep downfield. He's across the line for the Denver touchdown. The Broncos take the lead just before halftime. Lutz there to tack on the extra point. And the Broncos break that tie and now lead by 7. Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. All right, this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime. Man in motion out of the slot. He'll throw it. He's going to loft one deep to the left. Challenges double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off Brandon Jones. Now he loses the ball. They'll recover, still with it. And the Chiefs are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception.
Chiefs 14.
Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Butker on now to kick this one away. Starting from the 5. He's stopped on the return at the 27. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Here we go, set.
Nick's looking to throw. Hits him on the out route. And he's going to go out of bounds. Looks a little short of the 35.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. In the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Jukes out a one-stop, and they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Nick's off the play action. Pass taken in by Sutton. He picks up 28 on the play. And that'll be good for a Denver first.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Lone back gets the handoff. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here.
Let's go now. Take off.
Nick's from the gun. Skips it short of his man. That brings up 4th down.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and 3rd downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those. A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Attack!
Drive starts with a quick throw left, complete. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Riley Moss with that tackle.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
He rolls to his right. He loses the football. Oh, and they pick it up. Time to push for that marker. And It's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. Dre Greenlaw getting there for the stop. Well, you don't like to see the fumble, but hey, at least they were able to be the ones to recover it, and they keep possession.
Yeah, and I think the key there was to stay calm through the chaos. Cooler heads prevailed and got him the ball back.
And he's out of bounds just past, looks like, the 40-yard line. 5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs.
May not be the way he typically gets the ball, Kate, but once he had it in his hands like a reception, he knew what to do with it. He smelled that first down, and he went and got it.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete.
Boy, offenses that connect in this intermediate zone are so effective. Getting the completion in that area, and not just sparks your offense, but it just turns that aggressive meter way up. They just couldn't quite find the connection.
He throws a bullet to the center of the field. Looking for Travis Kelce that time. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. Man in motion here. 3rd down, it's Mahomes. Headed out right. On the run right, throwing deep down. A risky throw, and they're going to intercept it. Talanoa Hufanga makes the play. And the Broncos take over as he records his 10th career INT.
I know he started the play as a defender, but gosh, he looked good, didn't he? Running it back, he looked like a receiver navigating on that return. The way he saw the field, he evaded obstacles, and he chewed up yardage in the open space. It would make those offensive coaches and teammates proud. We've seen defensive players get touches on occasion, and I think he just gave himself maybe a look on that side of the ball down the road.
Nix with it on 1st. Complete. It's Ingram. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped.
I can't tell you how nice it is to have a big, trustworthy tight end in the passing game. Such great size to have, and he forces those defenses to find a way to try to match up when they can't.
Play action with Nix. Has it down close. Touchdown, Denver. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. He sure did.
Now probably still mentally kicking himself after that missed point after. He can take a little frustration out here as he kicks this away. And he's going to field this in the end zone without a return, so they'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. He's got it inside the 10. And he flips the field for them before being taken down. Working inside the red zone. And they will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs shrinking the lead some in the 3rd. Travis Kelce, the touchdown. The Chiefs offense staying on the field. They're going to try for 2. Mahomes throwing for 2. And he's got it. That catch gets him 2 and turns this into a 1-score game once again. All right, that lead cut down to 8 after that score, and the kick is away. Returning it from the 4. And he's walloped just as he gets across the 25. What a hit. He's down shy of the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They motion a receiver left. On 1st and 10, here's Nix. Bails out of the pocket quick. This has been a trend, yet another interception. Drew Tranquil with the pick. And the Chiefs get the football as he makes his third interception of this season. So it's been a bit of a mixed bag for him, partner. He does have the 3 touchdowns in this game, but also now a couple of interceptions.
You almost feel like, Kate, he's seeing most of the picture on how to attack this defense, but just not quite all of it yet. It's largely been good, as he said. Some nice touchdowns as well. But there's still a couple of these looks in coverage that are giving him problems, and he's got to figure that picture out.
Getting out to his left. He takes it himself. And he hits the deck after setting him up with 1st and goal. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And now they have a 1st and goal. From the red zone now. Buying some time right. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
You hear so many programs all around the league talk about it's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. And right there, he understood it's all about the ball, and I'm not going to risk a turnover wisely, throwing it away.
So after the incomplete pass, here's 2nd and goal. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. Has it on the slant. And that's a Kansas City touchdown. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
And they draw up just the right throw, and we're tied. Butker on now to kick this one away. Return starts at the 3. He's stopped on the return at the 27. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. First play, they go quick out to the left, complete. They'll get 18 yards there. And the Broncos will have a 1st down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
Just one play into this drive, and they're already sitting on their own 45. Here's the handoff. Open space inside the 40. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
Those outside runs so critical for running back, quarterback, O-line to hit their targets. They got a target area to expose that defense and make the most of it, and that offense just put on display some teaching tape for it.
This is hauled in by Ingram. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Brought to a halt by Brian Cook.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Throwing now off play action. And he will score. It's a Denver touchdown. The Broncos take a lead just before the end of the 3rd. Extra point try now from Lutz. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Broncos break that tie and now lead by 7. Here's Lutz set to kick this away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Off play action, it's Mahomes. On the move, headed right. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up second down.
You know, as you can see here, things broke down a little bit. He tried to find a connection, but he just could not get on the same page. I'll tell you what I do like about that throw, though. He didn't risk an interception, and he put it out of bounds instead.
Second and 10 now. He puts some air under a deep throw to the left. Had the window to go deep, but just couldn't make it happen. Now it's third down.
Perhaps a bit late breaking towards the ball, but still just enough time to get a finger on it and knock it away.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Complete beyond the marker. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down. New set of downs for him from the 46. They've got a man in motion. On first and 10, here's Mahomes. Oh no, they get him yet again. Pat Surtain has it. And the Broncos will take over as he records his first interception of our season.
Well, I'll admit, man, I got to admire the guts, the willingness to continue to challenge the coverage, even with 2 interceptions already. But there's his third strike. And no, it's not baseball, but he definitely has to be smarter with what he's doing with the football.
Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for first and 10. Shotgun snap to Nix. Has him on the quick hitter. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. Options are open here. It's second and inches. From the 41. Throwing the out route complete. And they get this down to the 28. We've reached the end of the third quarter. They're now set for first and 10. Out of the gun, it's Nix. Completed to Sutton. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. 16 yards on the play. And that'll be good for a Denver first. They'll throw again. Nix. They did it! He made the interception! And the Chiefs have some new life in the fourth. There are costly interceptions, Brock, and then there are interceptions inside the red zone in the second half of a one-score game.
And if there is ever a time where ball security is paramount, it is right now. Yeah. They made a great play. Don't get me wrong. They deserve a ton of credit right there. But as a quarterback, you cannot risk a turnover. It's touchdown, it's check down, it's throw the ball away. You're literally throwing points away with that pick.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Looking for Travis Kelce that time. And it sets up second down. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
And the coverage just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. Third down coming up.
You know what I like about this shot down the field, Kate? It keeps a defense honest. They know defensively, if we overcommit, we could get burned deep.
Not a good spot to punt from. They really want to convert here on third. Now it's Mahomes. And that one hits the deck. No fear from them trying to go deep on third down. You love that. Don't love the fact they couldn't connect. Fourth down coming up.
So many coaches love third downs and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know you've got to execute and convert on these third downs.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on fourth. They kick the running back in motion. Here he goes. Got to have this on fourth down. He fires one deep down the middle. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Talanoa Hufanga makes the play. And the Broncos are going to have it after his second interception of the season. Well, no doubt there was some doom and gloom on the sideline following their interception, right? But a little bit of new life now as their defense picks him up, gets it right back for him.
Hey, I am all for a nice little game of one-upmanship between these two defenses. You picked our guy out, fine. We'll answer right away. See how you follow that up.
They get 13 on the pickup, and the Broncos will have a first down. This finds Franklin. And he gets in. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos go up by 2 scores as they try to put this one away. It's a Troy Franklin touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. Oh, and it's no good. Just his second missed extra point of this season. And they failed to tack one onto that touchdown. So now after his second missed point after the game, he's hoping to strike this one a little better as he kicks it away. Struggling to center it. Oh, it's loose. And it bounces out of bounds for the touchback. So no harm, no foul.
You know what? This game is hard. So sometimes catching a break or two in just the right circumstances is a big deal. Sideline could be your best friend as a runner because you lose the ball next to it, there's a good chance it could go harmlessly out of bounds.
First and 10 now from the 30. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. To the outside and complete to Kelsey. And he's out of bounds past midfield. They get 22 on that one. And the Chiefs are going to have a first down. Mahomes. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my lock.
Oh, no, they get him yet again. Riley Moss with the pick. And the Broncos will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Oh, man, Brock, those other leaders on that sideline, they've got to sit him down and calm him down. 3 consecutive drives now where he's thrown an interception.
Yeah, this defense is just all over him, seeing every throw, anticipating these routes before they're even run. When he's dropping back to throw, and I know this feeling, it's horrible as a quarterback. It feels like there's 20 defenders out there on this defense.
Portland Sutton, the man he was after. And now it's second down.
Well, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you've got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Nix from the gun. He's got the hook up to Ingram. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first. Throwing it again here. That throw behind his intended target.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Again on 2nd and 10. Nix couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Now Nix. He intercepts it. That is exactly what they needed. And he's going to go. It's a pick six. That play, Brock, that play was beautiful. Not just making the interception, but then seeing the return slowly come together in front of him as he took it all the way to the house.
Yeah, I think even for us up here in the booth, it looked like a scene out of a movie, didn't it? Starts running it back, scans the field for a lane, then the blocks come just in the nick of time to wipe out the would-be tacklers, and he's got open space and nothing but the end zone in front of him. No question they wanted the ball back late, but you don't see many of these recovered by the kicking team in the NFL. You see even fewer recovered when they're actually expecting it, like they certainly were right there.
Back to the air, Nix after the pick. Dumped off to his running back. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Well, if they were concerned about losing yards, running it on first down, it just happened anyway. Not many passes end in a loss. Hopefully they got a little more aggressive strategy coming here on second down.
Hits him on the out route. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped.
There's no routes on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
Short pass brought in. They got 24 yards on the play. And that'll be good for a Denver first.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Look the ball into your hands, number one. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And then when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that space upfield to turn a good play into a great play.
2nd and 3 now.
At the Chiefs' 13-yard line.
Let's go.
Still sticking with the passing game. Complete out to the right. And the defense waiting for him at the line, and he goes down.
It was as if the defense knew what play was coming. That was a play they knew they could defend, and boy, did they ever, stopping it right at the line of scrimmage.
Quick pass, right side, complete. And he drives this forward to the 6. They find 7 yards, and now they've got 1st and goal. Now a give running right. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Perception and reality, Kate. The perception out there from the public is edge rushers are defined by their sacks. The reality in a locker room and in the huddle is you could be defined by your relentlessness. And his motor never stopped. Helped him track it down for a loss on the outside.
Still set up at the 9. It's 2nd and goal. Throwing from the gun here. He's on the move. And he'll score. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos go up by 12 in the 4th. It's a Bo Nix touchdown. And the Broncos offense isn't leaving the field. Looks like they're going to go for 2. He intercepts it. That is exactly what they needed.
Those defenders, they're just as excited as the fans when the offense signals they're going for 2. It's a chance to directly keep points off the board and really show some of that swagger that good defenses have.
Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
Here's Lutz set to kick this away. Kickoff taken at the 3. Finds some space. He's past the 30. It's an excellent return, but he gets popped at the end of it.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
1st down throw, Mahomes. He sends this one to the end zone. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. Riley Moss with the pick. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Give now to the running back. And the hit stuffs him cold. Wow, he maybe got back to the line. The Chiefs signal for a timeout. That's going to be their first. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down. Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. He's got a man left. Galloping inside the 40. And he gets in. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos have likely locked up the win right there. So an exclamation point there. That caps off what, and I think you'd agree, Brock, has been a dominating performance.
Yeah, I would. Really in all phases, too. You know, I thought coming in that this would be a much closer game than how it's turned out to be. And you got to give credit where it's due. This offense has been outstanding throughout.
Here's Lutz set to kick this away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Slot man motioned over. Mahomes on 1st and 10. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Timeout taken by the offense, their 2nd. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down. Another try following the sack. He's got time. Again, he's under pressure, and he goes down. And back-to-back takedowns behind the line of scrimmage set him up now with 3rd down. We have a timeout called by the Broncos. That's their first. So not an enviable spot here as they come up on 3rd and very long. Try and push it deep downfield. And he makes the wait. No, he didn't hang on. It falls incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And now they're staring at 4th and long.
Man, with how hard it is, Kate, to get these plays down the field, you can't let the coverage off the hook with a drop. It just can't happen. But you're going to see it right here. He saw the open space ahead of him and started running before he ever brought the ball fully in.
Desperation time here on 4th. And that one's going to be knocked away, and that's going to force a change in possession. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Hey, I get it. It's already over. But go down swinging. Unfortunately, that play, like so many of them today, Kate, has been pretty indicative of how this contest has gone.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Wow, they're going to pass it here. This one's caught. And he's going to be tackled, but still all the way down to the 6. Timeout taken by the offense, their 2nd. And they'll have just 1 left to burn now. Now, they don't need points anymore, Brock, but can they resist piling on? Let's see, it's 1st and goal. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. It's 2nd and goal.
QBs, well, they're a lot like the great shooters in the NBA. Hey, listen, sometimes you're going to miss. You just got to shake it off and keep shooting away.
So the incompletion on 1st. Here's 2nd and goal. Mix off the play action. And he will score. It's a Denver touchdown. The Broncos put up even more points in a win. Cortland Sutton, the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. That one splits the uprights. And the Broncos continue piling on to this lead. Here's Lutz set to kick this away. This return starts at the 5. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. That's Worthy running the slant. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. Now the offense going to take its 3rd and final timeout. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. A jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. Off play action, it's Mahomes. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Time we offered some serious blanket praise for this entire group defensively. The guys up front, they've certainly generated the pressure. Everybody on the back end in coverage, well, they're holding down their assignments to delay these throws. This is going to be one tomorrow, one fun tape to watch, because 6 sacks, hard to come by in this league.
A bit of desperation on this deep shot. He's got it deep downfield. Touchdown, Kansas City. Now, this one has been a long game, no doubt. But, hey, something positive to look back on there.
But they didn't quit, Kate. And I know that sounds a little cliche at this professional level, but it really is an important thing. This one will still hurt, but they showed some execution and fire.
So the Chiefs going for 2 once again. Mahomes throwing for 2. And the conversion is no good as that pass falls incomplete.
I've heard great receiver coaches say, watch your fingers wrap around the ball. You know, it's pretty clear he should have had that one, and he didn't get the job done. And 2 points, well, they're left on the table.
And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. Well, I guess they kind of had to do it here, Brock.
Yeah, it's called a have to. Yeah, kind of have to at this point in the game, huh?
Okay, but like most things in this game, it did not work out for them.
Yeah, let's face it, even if they do recover that, probably not going to find a way to win. But this is a time where you work on things, where you do build to the following week. You got to find a way to flush this because it's just not been their kind of game.
And he's going to get it out past the 40 before he goes out.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how. I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
They don't connect there, and now just 3 seconds showing on the clock. All right, one more snap to play here.
Let's go now.
Now Nick's on 3rd down. Taking a big shot for the end zone. And it's incomplete, but hey, who cares? They've got the lead, and we are out of time in this one. So it's a win for the Broncos. And they draw first blood against a division rival. They'll go on the road later this year with a chance at completing that season sweep. And with Brock Heward and our EA Sports crew, I'm Kate Scott saying so long from this one. The Broncos are winners, as we'll see you next time from Denver.